Welcome to Vantage, your go-to spot for all things crypto. We're here to guide you through the world of digital money, making it simple and exciting. Think of cryptocurrency like the cool stuff happening on the internet back in the day. It's growing fast and there are awesome opportunities. We'll chat about big players like Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as cool new things like gaming, artificial intelligence, and finance stuff. Your thoughts matter, so drop a comment, hit like if you enjoy, and let's get right into the video. Over the past decade, cryptocurrency has performed exceptionally well, surpassing all other assets. This trend is reminiscent of the internet's rise in the early 2000s, making a pivotal period for creating new categories in our view. When was the last time we witnessed a technology with such promise? However, just like the early internet days, cryptocurrency is now decades old, despite experts claiming the bubble has burst and winners have emerged. Future benefits of internet users are anticipated through many ideas remain the conceptual stage. Those paying attention, however, have uncovered a valuable asset amid the clutter, leaving a financial lasting impact. Curious about how to invest $1,000 in cryptocurrency in 2024? Let me guide you. If I were to embark on this journey today, I'd start by assuming that most winners haven't been revealed, at least not to the general public. Let's get into some of the cryptocurrencies that I would invest in. If you appreciate this content, please hit the like button and watch the entire video. Let's start by discussing the first two, Bitcoin and Ethereum, which might be apparent choices. I want to emphasize that I'm the one who decided on this portfolio allocation. Here, I am making decisions that align with my perspective. My decision is based on the belief that we're either in a bull market or entering one. However, you may have a different strategy in mind. In my view, we've been in a bear market for almost 2 years, and the official start of a new bull market was at the beginning of last year. Due to this shift in trend, I'm taking on more risk in my portfolio with the aim of consistently adding Bitcoin to my holdings or converting altcoin gains into Bitcoin, which is a riskier strategy. Yes, I'm taking on that challenge. Now let's delve into 3 reasons why Bitcoin is part of this portfolio. Firstly, the asset supply will be significantly limited due to the upcoming halving in 90 days, often referred to as supply shock. BlackRock, a major player, is officially endorsing the asset and acquiring as much as possible to offer their investors through an exchange-traded fund or ETF. Moreover, there has been a demand shock like this for Bitcoin. Ethereum should comprise of 20% of your 2024 portfolio. However, I want to clarify that I cannot guarantee I'll still own Ethereum in 5 or 10 years. Things might change, especially if a potential Ethereum killer app emerges. Despite my belief that Bitcoin is the superior long-term investment due to its fundamental differences, I see no reason not to be optimistic about Ethereum this year. Take BlackRock as an example. They've publicly expressed support for Ethereum. Not only does BlackRock fail to see the benefit in an Ethereum ETF, but I share the same sentiment. There are only a handful of large corporations, and while there have been previous applications for Ethereum spot ETFs, the situation changes when it involves BlackRock. There's a joke circulating that BlackRock is so cozy with the government that they hesitate until they're certain they have the green light from each of the 4 branches: executive, judicial, legislative, and BlackRock. Did you miss the opportunity to invest in Bitcoin months before their ETF was approved? Ethereum is presenting us with that chance now. And that, my friend, is the demand limitation related to Ethereum. The introduction of new tokenomics absent in the previous cycle has also imposed a supply constraint on Ethereum. This is due to an update known as EIP 1559, implemented at the end of 2021, close to the beginning of the bear market. With each transaction, the Ether network burns a small amount of Ethereum. In the past 2.5 years, over 4 million Ethereum have been burned or lost, and they won't be returned to the system. Additionally, Ethereum will enter a deflationary state when network activity reaches a certain threshold. This significantly boosts Ethereum's tokenomics, and I now give it 4 stars. Having covered how I rate and analyze altcoins, let's continue. There are 2 obvious choices, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Once again, my primary goal is to increase my Bitcoin holdings and officially convert all altcoins profits into Bitcoin. Despite the associated risks, I believe that L1s make up the next 20%, followed by L2s. Smart money understands the wisdom of diversification, acquiring a basket of 3 or 4 items, as even if 2 perform well, 1 might not. That 1 could be the lottery ticket that causes a significant impact. This approach is more akin to a collection of coins rather than putting all faith in just one. I'm optimistic about layer 1s, especially considering that, unlike the early days of the internet when investing in its underlying protocol meant all the money went to the top. Now everyone can invest in the underlying chains of a cryptocurrency and witness their value grow regardless of the fate of DeFi or any other gaming coin. Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, and Polkadot are the standout choices for me. Solana is already considered a blue chip, and its price is relatively high. I anticipated it will continue to perform well in this cycle. Polkadot, with its regulatory compatibility, stands out. Despite being somewhat dormant, Tron remains popular in Asia, particularly due to its reliable coin settlement. If I had to allocate $1,000, these would be my picks, though it's worth noting that I practically own every coin now. For high caps, I'd go with Cardano and Polkadot. For mid caps, I'd choose Cosmos and Injective. Moving on to decentralized finance, which makes up the next 15% of my focus. There's a lot of excitement leading up to 2024. In the DeFi high caps category, my favorites are Chainlink and Uniswap. Significant activity on these networks indicate active usage, and I predict a remarkable success on the next year or two. Another favorite is the Graph, functioning as the centralized alternative to Google's extensive query engine and more of an infrastructure play. In my investment portfolio, gaming, also known as GameFi, makes up 10%. I believe it has great potential. Among the big players, I particularly like Gala and Immutable. In the mid-cap category, ApeCoin and Illuvium catch my attention, especially Illuvium's impressive gameplay. It looks really cool. If we shift to lower cap investments, I'm aware of some, as I anticipate a cryptocurrency version of the popular TV show Shark Tank. One project that intrigued me is Miria, part of the Solana ecosystem dominated by Star Atlas. Moving on to the next 10% of my portfolio, AI coins are in focus. We need a good place to store data, so I'm considering data storage, specifically Amazon Web Storage or Google. A decentralized solution seems wise, and I categorize all this under artificial intelligence. Firstly, BitTensor is a mid-cap AI currency with promising potential. Looking further down the list, I also own LimeWire, and ChainGPT is gaining attention for standing out. Another noteworthy mention is the AIT protocol, the world's first AI data infrastructure, with its beta version recently released. I support their plan. Lastly, the remaining 5% is allocated to the degen play, influenced by memes and particularly Dogecoin. In my opinion, Dogecoin represents the epitome of memes, and I have reservations about the team's approach. Despite their claim of it being in good fun, there's deep disapproval from critics. For this specific use case, we can offer cryptocurrency Doge. It's a payment option, but hardly anyone uses it. Bitcoin is more widely accepted for payments than Doge. Dogecoin has problematic centrally controlled tokenomics. Moreover, Dogecoin will be continuously produced due to its infinite supply. In terms of technology, it's not particularly outstanding. It's not something I recommend frequently. However, the community surrounding Dogecoin is fantastic. In my opinion, having a large community isn't always necessary when investing in low-cap currencies like meme coins, or degen plays, or similar projects. Hence, I would allocate my remaining 5% of investment here. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of meme coins. Exploring various ecosystems like the Theta ecosystem if you're bullish on Theta, or decentralized identity seems like a more appealing degen play. The next step is identifying extremely low caps in ecosystems or categories where you have a strong bullish bias. Most of them might be useless, but you can sort them using your rating system and choose the ones that align with your preferences. What are your thoughts on this last 5%? I prefer to hear from you in the video's comment section because we have value communication on this channel. The cryptocurrency landscape has evolved significantly over the past decade, mirroring the transformative growth of the early internet era. Despite claims of a burst bubble and established winners, cryptocurrency, now decades old, continues to offer promising opportunities. The potential for future benefits remains high, with many innovative ideas still in the conceptual stage. Navigating through the clutter, keen observers have discovered valuable assets that leave a lasting financial impact. At Vantage, we aim to guide you through the dynamic world of cryptocurrency investment as we explore various opportunities from established players like Bitcoin and Ethereum to emerging projects in gaming, artificial intelligence, and decentralized finance. We urge you to share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for updates on our diverse and carefully considered portfolio. If you appreciate our content, don't forget to hit the like button and watch the entire video for comprehensive insights into the ever-evolving cryptocurrency landscape. See you in the next video.